Welcome to Living in the Go. Today I want to talk to you about health and wealth. Now you might be wondering, what does health got to do with wealth? Well, this whole year we've been talking about building generational wealth, having money that you can leave for your heirs and having money for your future, setting that example, being the role model for your family. And health can play a huge role in that if you think about it. Look at your situation. If you are living an unhealthy lifestyle, that costs a lot of money. If you have chronic illnesses, there's an additional cost that you're paying that could have been used to go towards your generational wealth. So let's talk about that. So, what is the impact in terms of health and wealth? Well, the cost of the medical issues I was talking about earlier. If you're diabetic, if you have high blood pressure, if you have heart disease, all of those things have an impact. They cost a lot more money and time. So, you want to think about how you can mitigate that, how you can ensure that those things are not causing you to be stressed out, to be using that time and energy and your money for those things when you can do something different. If you have bad habits, if you smoke a lot, if you use drugs, recreational drugs, or whatever, that costs money. That's the impact, and it could be an impact to your health as well. The food that we eat. If you're a junk food eater, if you're at the fast food places because you're trying to get something done in a hurry, the only thing it's doing is hurting you. I'm not saying occasionally you can't have something that's a little off script, but if that's a daily habit for you, then it's going to lead to more medical issues for you in the long run. Believe it or not, obesity is leading the charge in terms of bad health in this country and in most of Western Europe when you think about it. If you go to Asia, you rarely see a lot of people who are overweight. But here in the US, in particular, obesity is the leading cause of death. They may not say that, they may say you got heart disease or diabetes or whatever, but typically those things happen to you because you're living an obese lifestyle. So again, impact. And if you're having those medical issues, it costs money. So something to think about. And the last thing is the quality of life. If you have bad health, then your quality of life is not good because you're constantly at the doctor, you're constantly not feeling well, you can barely move, everything you do may be painful for you. You don't have a great quality of life. And if you're not feeling well, how are you going to be able to generate wealth? How are you going to be able to be creative and think about ways to build income for your family and for your future? Because your focus is going to be on your health and how to get that better. So it does impact everything when you think about it in terms of health and wealth. Now, I do have my beliefs, and I want to share those with you now. So habits are just that, good or bad. You can have great habits that you use now to instill better health things for you, but you could also have some habits that are bad, like smoking, for example. So finding a way to change those habits so that you can have better habits, better health. It's not easy, especially if you're a smoker, and it can be very addictive. There are lots of programs in place to help you to be able to kick that habit. They say it typically takes about 30 days for it to be ingrained. So find a way. Also think about how your health is impacting your wealth. If you're spending a lot of money on medications, going to the doctor, or special equipment that you need because your health is poor, that's money coming out of your pocket that could have been used to help create your wealth for your family, for your future. So think about that. Learn to cook. That sounds so basic, I know, but there are a lot of people who don't cook now for whatever the reason. They go to the fast food restaurants, they eat a lot of junk food, and that's the easiest way to help improve your health is to eat good, nutritious food. A lot of times people think, well, I want to lose weight, I got to do all this exercising. No, it's your food. It's 80% food, 20% working out. So learn to cook. Get some cookbooks. Look at some nutritional things that will help you to improve your health. Believe it or not, there is food that can really help you that you don't have to take medication for because the food will do it for you. I rarely eat packaged food. I cook everything from scratch because I know that's beneficial to me. If you're juggling your monthly bills to pay for prescriptions, then there's a problem because you don't have enough money coming in or your prescriptions are extremely high. And so you want to work with the doctor certainly to find a way to mitigate some of that. And maybe there are prescriptions that you don't need. Sometimes the doctors will give you things as opposed to advice. They may tell you, well, take this, this will help improve your blood pressure or whatever, as opposed to telling you, start walking every day. That will help bring your blood pressure down. Try eating foods with lots of potassium. That'll help bring your blood pressure down. Because it's easier to just give you a script and keep going. Don't be that person. Be an advocate for your health. Do some research. If they tell you you have a certain condition and it's going to be X amount of time and money for doing this, find a way to get around that. Be that advocate. Do that research. Find alternatives because this is your health, your body we're talking about, and it's impacting your wealth and your ability to generate wealth. And time. We have a finite amount of time that we're on this planet. So we want to use it wisely. We don't want to waste it away on things that we could change ourselves. And if we're spending a lot of time and energy because our health is poor, that's something that we can change. Now, sometimes there is a health condition that occurs that is not within your control. And I get that. But I would say 90% of the time, a lot of the health things that are happening is due to things that we have done. So let's make a difference. Let's value our time as much as we do everything else. Thank you again for listening to this presentation. I hope it was helpful. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button, share it with your friends, because again, this whole year is about generational wealth and spreading the information. There are lots of things on my channel that may be helpful for you, so please subscribe if you're not doing that already. And have a great day.